All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. To now we are in the post game, and yes, we had a good one tonight. And yes, like I said earlier in my post pregame show, actually was another rain delay. This time it was in the third quarter, midway, past midway of the third quarter, over like 4 minutes or so left in the third quarter before they went into a rain delay for over an hour plus. And then the game just wrapped up with a 20-24 victory for the Eagles. So the Eagles just get by the Dallas Cowboys, and they got down to week 12 to play each other yet again. And that time will be in Arlington, Texas, at Cowboy Stadium. So let's break down this game, shall we? First off, let's go back to where we started earlier a while back. And yes, we'll find out what the NFL will be doing in the case of that spit on Dak Prescott's face area. So we're going to find that out. Once I find that out with my sources with the NFL and schedule and whatnot, and report and whatnot, I'll let you know that as soon as I get it. Okay, looks like I got the box scores here, so let's dive right in. Dak Prescott was 21 for 34 with 188 yards. Total, that's his passing yardage. For the Eagles, for Jalen Hurts, he was 19 for 23 with 152 yards and 144 total for the team, and 180 for the total team for Dallas. I know rushing. Now the rushing. We had the total 49 yards for the longest for Dallas, and for the longest for the Eagles was 20 yards total for the highest one. And the ones with the highest ones for the Cowboys, it was Miles Sanders with that 49 yard rushing. And behind that, we only had Javon Williams with 11. Dak only had 3 himself. 5 for number 9. And I'm only seeing his number because I cannot say his name correctly. But his last name is Turpin. I have 5 as well. And total yardage was 119. 2 touchdowns and 22 carries. For the Eagles, we have 38 carries for 100, total of 158 yards and 3 touchdowns as well. Okay, the one who had the most, they had the youngest yards was Will Shipley, actually. Not far behind that with 16 was Shaquan Barkley himself. Hurts had 15 yards himself with total touchdowns himself as well. With a touchdown too. And of course, my guy and former Green Bay Packer, AJ Dillon, had 9 yards. All right, CeeDee Lamb had 7 receiving yards and 110 yards. 107 receiving for 100 yards as well. His longest was 32, and his TGTS is 13. George Pickens, 3 for 30 yards. 15 was his longest. Jake Ferguson has 5 for 23 yards, and 5 was his longest. Okay, let's see, number 9, Chopin again. See that, 2 for 2 receiving for 18 yards. 60 was his longest with 2 TGTS. Durant Williams, 2 for 10 yards, 7 was his longest. Okay, Jalen. Javon Williams, 2 for 10, 7-3, Jalen Tubman, 1 receiving for 0 yardage. Actually, see. Oh, okay. We got one player I want to bring up because he had -3 yards. -3 yards. And that was Miles Sanders. And Luke had 1 TGTS, but 0 on the board. Along with Brian Span's board as well. And for that with the total, it was 21, 188, 32, and 33. That's not bad. Okay, now fumbles we had for the Cowboys. You had 1 fumble and 1 loss with Miles. Okay, now let's see here on the defense. For the team, they had 70 total. Solo, they had 38. For the sacks, they only had the 1. And they had 5 TFLs. I just do the totals here. That way we can jam-pack this in a certain amount of time. Because, hey, this is the post game, folks. Anyway. Okay, now we got for the defense for the Eagles, total team for TOTs. They got 60, 34, 0, and 3. That's not bad. That's all right. That's all right. A tremendous amount because athletically, it's one thing to get close. There were 3 for the TFL. They had no sacks, but they were 60 for 34, 60 for 34 there. Okay, let's talk about the kick return, shall we? We only had for the Cowboys. They had 4. Eddie number 4 had there was 81 yards, and 27 was the longest. There was 1 for Jalen. Toby, that's number 1. And I see his number, jersey number, because I can see the last name correctly. For 20 yards, and 20 was his longest as well, with a team total of 501 and 27, and no touchdowns on the kick returns. For the on the Eagles side, they had Shipley and John Minkoff, number 18, the third. He had 1 for 20 yards, and of course, his longest was 20. Same for Will Shipley. He also had 1, 12 yards, and 12 was his longest, of course. And of course, that gives him long team 20 and 32 for the team, and 2 on for the team for the number of the team. Okay, now let's look at the kicking. Brendan Aubrey was 2 for 2 with 100.0 percentage. His longest kick tonight was a 53-yarder, 2 for 2 in that one, and he had 8 points there. And of course, 8 points for the game, and that's the same thing for the team as well for that one. For Jake Elliott, and if you want to know a little stuff about Jake Elliott, he's actually a friend of mine. And that friend of mine is Matt Hamilton, who is that USA curling guy with the mustache and the long wavy hair. That's him, Matt Hamilton, the curling guy. And yes, he and Jake are buds. I just heard that from him. But anyway, let's get back to it. Jake was 1 for 1, 100%. 56 yards was his longest. He was 3 for 3 with XPs. He had 6 points with those kicks. Punting, we had Brandon Engel for 2 87 yards and one in the 20. And of course, 49 was the longest. On the Eagles side, we got Brandon Mam. He had three, 446 yards, three attempts, 460 yards, and two of them was in the within the 20, within that 20, within the what they call the range, the 20-yard range from goal line to the 20. What they call it, what they call it. It was just they changed that new rule of the kickoffs. And of course, his longest was 51. So that's the breakdown on the box scores on that. Now, let's look at the actual stats. First downs. Passing first downs for the Cowboys was 22, for the Eagles 20. Rushing first downs, 9 for the Cowboys, 6 for the. Okay, there's a three rushing first downs difference between the Cowboys and the Eagles with 9 and 6. Same with penalties, but the Eagles didn't have one, but the Cowboys did have 6. For the third down efficiency, Cowboys were 0 for 1 and 0 for the Eagles. For the fourth downs, 0 1 and 0 for that one, and actually for the third downs, or 7 and 11 and 8 for 13 for the third down for the total yardage for both teams. 300 and total plays, 56 plays for the Cowboys and 62 plays for the Eagles, which is a pretty close margin number of plays per team in tonight's game. Which hits why the game ended with a 4-point win for the Eagles as well. And couldn't the weather and the weather could have been a bit of factor, because we know when you have a weather delay, it takes a while for the team to get back out on the field and warm up again, and then go back right into the game of play. So there could be some things there in a way. Okay, let's look at the yards per play. Was 187 for the Cowboys and 144 for the Eagles. Total drives was the Cowboys have 5 for 5, 5.5, and 4.9 for the Eagles. So that was basically a 0.6 difference right there between the two. The comp attempts 21 for 34 for the Cowboys and 19 and 23 for the Eagles. Interceptions throws, 0 for both. Yards per rush, 2 for 3 for the Cowboys, but 3 for 3 for the Eagles. And for the red zone, 4 for 42 and 9 for 110. And penalties. Actually, that's the penalty. That is the penalties. The 4 for 42 and then the 9 for 110 yards. That's the penalty. For the turnovers, there was only one turnover for the Cowboys, not for the Eagles. Fumble loss. There's only one, and that was on the Cowboys, as well as the turnovers and penalties both. One for just for the Cowboys. And possession time, 25 minutes and 8 seconds for the Cowboys, and 34 minutes and 52 seconds for the Eagles. So yes. See, let's see. That's a little less than 9 percentage, 9 point within the 9 points of a difference of the two. So the Eagles will start with 1-0, and the Cowboys will start with 0-1 with that one. Okay, now going into next week's game for these two teams. Let's see what they have for next week for these two teams. Okay, the Cowboys next week for week 2, they will have the Giants at home at Arlington. And that game will be on Fox that will be at 12 o'clock actually. And for the Eagles, they will have for week 2 will be and this is a good one. That's right. It's a rematch of the Super Bowl. This past Super Bowl. That's right. The Eagles and the Chiefs will go at it at Kansas City on Fox at 3:35. That should be the game of the week for that week for next Sunday. That should be the game of the week, unless it's a flex. But we'll see about that flex. But more likely it's going to be at 3:35 on Fox. And make sure you do check your local Fox stations for those games in your area and time in your area as well. Okay, now I'll give you my take on this game, my personal takes. All right, with AJ Dillon got a couple plays. Kenny Clark got in there. Yes, they both went at it. And yes, like I said, over again, actually. Like I said, over and over again, by that spit, we will find out what were the penalties. There'll be any more penalties, and the fines as well as additional suspension of games for that incident. And yes, we will have next Thursday night will be a good game as well. That's right. We're going to have in week 2 for the next Thursday night game next week. We will have the Packers taking on the Commanders. Washington and the Packers will go out next Thursday night on Prime Video. So not like tonight on NBC and Peacock, it will be on Prime Video. So starting next week, the Thursday night games will be on Prime Video. So make sure you have that Prime Video app and your Prime subscriptions, your Prime subscription as well. That way you can easily watch that game as well. Because this game should be a good one with Jordan Love taking on Jalen Daniels and the Commanders as well. But we're still all in week 1, so let's focus on the week 1 games for now. I'm just giving you the preview for the next Thursday night game as well. And yes, with the Eagles win, that's actually good because it's been a while since the home team actually got the win on the opening game of the season on the Thursday night game, which was tonight. And before I do wrap this show up, we do have to put out an announcement like I've been doing all week. Make sure you watch my show here, the Irish Sports Show with your sportsman, me, Sadler, on the 17th of this month of September. Yes, I will have a special guest and from the show on Sportsmanlike. With Evan, with Michelle Smallman, Chris Kent, and Evan Cohen. That's right. I will have Evan Cohen coming on my show on the 17th. And I got him for a good half hour. So we're going to have a great, a jam-packed half hour talking about all things sports. And yes, I might have a couple of jokes for him too as well. See if I can get him to laugh. We'll see. But yes. And yes, I just had to break some news because earlier today we had a retirement announcement from Amari Cooper. I remember Amari Cooper because he's in Alabama. He plays in Alabama. I'm from Alabama. I've been a diehard fan of Alabama because of my hometown. But Amari Cooper had a 5-time Pro Bowl selection and has informed the Raiders that he intends to retire just days before, and get this, days before the team opens their season against New England. So yes, he's retiring now as effective immediately. But just only five, within 5 days of this time, within 5 days of that time, before they take on the Eagles on Sunday of this Sunday in a few days from now. So yes, he will be retired and he will not be playing because of that on Sunday against the New England Patriots. So we'll see who will be taking his spot in his place, since he is hanging up the cleats and retiring. And let's see what he's going to do next. He could be in the booth. Hey, we got a lot of guys in the booth that have been playing. Hey, let's see what Tom Brady's going to be doing next. Let's see what Tom Brady will be doing. Let's see what game Brady's going to be covering next. In fact, whatever games you might be doing the Bears Lions game. Well, that's week 2. I should be going to week 1. Let me see here. There's several different games that he could possibly do. He's probably doing the. I know he's for Fox, so he'd probably do either the Giants Commandos, Jags or Panthers. Jags, Panthers, or Eagles, Browns, the Broncos, the Buccaneers, or the Eagles, or the Niners and the Seahawks. And again, I'm just giving you possibility of what games he could be calling, because these are the games that I see here that's on Fox that he's a part of. And the last one is the Titans and the Buccaneers as well. So, let's go back into the. And then, yes, with Dallas lost, they are 20-24, and the Eagles are 24-20. The PF and the PA when it comes to conference play. And yes, we have teams that will be playing this weekend on Sunday. And even on Sunday, that we will be playing conference games. In fact, the Monday night game, this coming Monday night game was one with the Bears and the Vikings. Actually. This is a story we've been following for nearly 2 weeks now. Showers was arrested in Clinton. Let's see here. We got. The 37-year-old allegedly made plans to meet up with a 14. Yeah, because the Packers open up with the Lions. Conference game was there. Jet Steelers. I think that is one as well for them for the AC for the AFC. We got the. I think the Jackson Panthers are in one. The Bills and the Ravens will be, and that is the Sunday night game. This Sunday night's game on NBC. And that will be at 7:20. And you know what that means? That's right. Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood will be singing that famous song. Right all night for Sunday night. So yes, I will be ready for that song and walk out to it. With Carrie Underwood singing all ready for Sunday night. For sure. And if you want to do, let's just see here. And yes, we got the Dolphins and the Colts as well. We got the Raiders taking on the Patriots. We got Steelers, Jets. This is the one I really want to check out. The Steelers and the Jets. as well, because the Steelers and the Jets, you know what that means. That's right. Aaron Rodgers, as a Steeler, will be playing his former team. One of two games that he's going to be playing this season as well. In fact, let me go here. Go this way. Go in this route. And that's right. This Sunday, the Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers will be going on a revenge tour against his own old team, the New York Jets, in New York. And yes, Pittsburgh is favored in this game by 2.5 points. I would take those 2.5 points actually on that bet. And if you want to place a bet, on the bet with ESPN Bet, and if you want to make a bet, make sure you are 21 years or older. Terms and conditions do apply. And yes, and then let's see, I did that one. It's 1, 2, 3, 7 games. I did that. He will get his revenge, and the other revenge, they'll have other revenge tour. That's right. The Green Bay Packers will be taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh on NBC on the Sunday night game at 7:20. So I'm going to be looking forward to that one as well. So, yes, we got this week. Week 1 and week 7 will be the Packers and the Packers and the Jets. We're going to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. And I have a question for you all. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be his old self, or the self he has been in the last couple of years? Will he be the MVP guy that we've seen in Green Bay? Or will he be that guy that still smokes ayahuasca? Will Rodgers be still throwing dimes, even though he's still in his 40s? Yes, he is in his 40s. Not many players play past their 40s. Very few people have, at least quarterbacks that I know of. Besides Brett Favre, I know Brett Favre got close to that himself before he actually retired, officially retired as well. The only one I can think of is Tom Brady. But I know one thing for sure. Aaron Rodgers is no Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is no effing fucking foo Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is no Tom Brady at all. Because Brady is Brady. Rodgers is just old man Rodgers. And that's the truth. He's just old man Rodgers. And after this year, yes, he should be sitting out this season and retiring and going to the beach like he always like has been. Like we saw that photo of him at the beach a while back. But yes, we will see. Let's see here. Let's see how the Jets will react. Let's see how. I'd like to know this. And let me know what you think, especially if you're a Jets fan. Will you, if you're a Jets fan and you're going to the game, will you boo or cheer for Aaron Rodgers when he was out of that tunnel for the first time as a Pittsburgh Steeler this Sunday? Will you boo him or will you applaud him? Let me know in the comments section here, right on the live, as well as the replay on this live, as well. And yes, I'm gonna move aside of football for a minute and go to baseball action. Because yes, even though tonight was opening night for the NFL, we do have. I think we have some college football, but anyway, we do have some baseball going on. So I'll give you that. We had a handful of games today. The White Sox won against the Twins, 11-8. The Rangers won their game against the Angels. The Royals beat the Angels 4-3. the Rays take out the Guardians 4-2. The Dodgers lose 5-3 to Pittsburgh Pirates. The Milwaukee Brewers lose it 2-0 against Philadelphia in Milwaukee. And the Yankees win their game 8-4 against the Astros today. So tomorrow we definitely gonna have a lot of games going on as well. Got a full slate there. Eagles, you got the Athletics and Angels, you got the Pirates Rockies, you got the Twins and Royals, Guardians and Rays, Phillies and Mariners, you got the Mets and the Reds. The Steelers will be taking on Pittsburgh. Looks like that will be on. If you want to watch the Pittsburgh Brewers game, that only is going to be on Apple TV Plus. So if you don't have Apple TV Plus, you're out of luck. I hope you do. If you don't have it, make sure you get it right now. Order it now. Go to the store in the morning, get it set up, and make sure you can be ready to go watch that game. Because that game will be only on Apple TV Plus. And you also got the Tigers and the White Sox going at it at 5:40. The Cubs who take on the Nationals, also only on Apple TV Plus as well. So yes, we got not one but two games on Apple TV Plus only. And both the Brewers and the Cubs, so both teams will be playing on Apple TV Plus only. But the luckily the Cubs game is a day game at 1:20 versus the Brewers being played at 5:40 in the evening. And then you got the D-backs taking on the D-backs. Red Sox taking on the D-backs. Rangers taking on the Astros. And those are all like 7 o'clock games. Braves taking on the Marlins, the Mariners actually, and the Astros, and then the Giants Cardinals, and then you got the Yankees Blue Jays. That you can see them. And that one is on MLB Network. And then got the Dodgers taking on will be in Baltimore at 6:05, taking on that one. As well. And that's your baseball. So let's go back to the football real quick, and we'll wrap it up for this post game. Of course, when I do post games for football, it'll be just football. I just want to give everybody a little mix, so we just have a lot of other sports going on as well. Yes, we got baseball. Yes, we got WNBA dealing. The WNBA going into the playoffs. But hey, I will be doing more of these post-game shows and the pre-game shows as well. But I will focus on the NFL for that one. And of course, I do a similar thing for the college football series, college football. And yes, we'll probably have a couple of games on the college slate for this week as well. And will Alabama and Texas both rebound from their losses last week? We should find out, and they both should be easy wins because they both taking on each schools. Alabama got UL, Monroe, and San Jose State for Texas. Okay, even though that is not a traditional NFL pregame show, that is just for tonight. But on Sunday, I will do my pregame show, normal NFL only, as well as the postgame show as well. Here on out, I'm only doing this way just for tonight because it was the kickoff of the NFL. And make sure tomorrow you watch and the reactions of tonight's game. First thing in the morning, I know you can watch the same. Make sure you get up early in the morning to get you set, to get your first reactions on your show. The first reactions of the morning shows you have on ESPN. Starting with at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 from 5 to 9 Central Time, 6 to 10 Eastern Time with Unsportsmanlike with Michelle Smallman. Chris Canty, and Evan Cohen. And after that, here in the Wisconsin area, you'll have Willie and Tausch, Jason Willie, Packers beat reporter, and Tauscher, the Green Bay Packer himself. Then after that, you'll have a 30-minute show called Mr. Relevant with Alex Strofe. And then after that, you'll have a show called KBN, which is Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman. And yes, we know Brad Nortman and Ben Brust are well-known athletes of the Wisconsin sports and professional. That's right, Brad Nortman played in the NFL as a punter for both the Jaguars and the Panthers. That's right. He was a punter for both those two teams. Different times, but both teams. So, yes. And, yes, we do have the Badger game the Wisconsin Badger game as well tonight on Saturday afternoon. I will be working at my job at East Peoria, Madison at our tailgate that we always have prior to the game. So, even though this is not a typical NFL post-game show, until the actual normal post-game show, until next time, I am Sadler, your Irish sportsman on the Irish Sports Show podcast. Until then, have a great night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. See you then. Done.